It's not doing the thing.
Available, boom.
All right, so we can be heard. You are heard on the interwebs. The voices disseminating. I can turn them off at moment's notice if needed, but for now we are live on the Jiggy things, and we are waiting on one more player. Everyone, so hi, welcome to the stream. Please tell me. Oh yeah, it's just the monitor. That's fine. My monitor gets fuzzy sometimes. It just refuses to display stuff. But as long as the computer stays on, we're good. It's just I can't see you guys briefly, but that's okay. But basically, it's the screen. It just says, "Please be patient. We're gathering players now," and they can hear you. And we don't have anyone in chat yet, but we will as soon as I do the thing. Hopefully. So, it's not waiting in. Okay. So welcome. We're doing the Rogue Trader thing today. Remember to put the G before the U when you spell Rogue Trader. I did misspell it one time. I fixed it though when I put it up on YouTube. So wants to vibe. Oh, right. Is it doing the thing? Right. I have to do that.
How do the rolls work in this game? You're just going to tell me, right?
Yes, the rolls. So, do you have a set of D100s, percentile dice?
I should.
Good. You'll need those. And an extra, well, you can use the D10 from the percentile set. If you have a D5, it's ideal, but I know most people don't, so there's a way. In fact, the rulebook even says cut the D10 in half and roll a,
It actually changes the outcome of some things, because when it says if you have a natural 5, for you're rolling a D5, but if you get a 5, it only counts as a crit if it's actually a 10 on your D5.
Right.
So if you roll a 9, it's still a 5, but it doesn't count as a crit. It's weird.
Yes, but I happen to have a D5 because
Because you're extra.
Well, okay, so DCC there's really pretty dice. There was pretty dice, and I had a little more money at that time. So and the DCC one has have D16s and D24s and a lot of fun ones. So I got the set, and then they have a Roman D3, which is basically like a fudge die, but yeah. Should be. Oh, well, they're doing the other thing, right? I am. Yes. Okay. The other thing. So, we are waiting on. All right. At what point do we say he's not coming and we run without? That's the question. Because there are 3 people, so we actually have enough players we could run it without, instead of just, I don't know, impromptu, what's the technical term? Lore stream, which is the last time we had a player bug out unexpectedly, but, wait, okay, hang on. We are waiting, right, okay, hang on. And then I can poke through the other poking. Come on. Should be around here somewhere. Yeah. So, we're waiting on one player, and it's good that you're all here. No. There we go. That, and hopefully nothing bad happened. It's probably just morning is hard. Because morning is hard. Okay. Oh, right. So every time you want to make a check, I was explaining this. You use a D100 and you roll it, and then if it's under the number you need to beat, you will. You did it. You succeed. Congratulations. If not, you don't. The fun thing is, it's hard to fudge because the way it's calculated is very basic. So, or like you take your stat, and then you know what you're adding, and you're adding before you add, so that you know exactly what you need to hit always before you roll. And then how well you succeed often adds extra benefits than a basic success. If you have automatic fire, for example, and you get 2 degrees of success, more of the bullets hit, essentially, if you're, like, spray. Which is more of a thing with bolters than, say, las guns, but... Actually, no, you guys have bolt pistols, right? You guys don't have bolters.
I have a las pistol.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you don't have, like, bolter, because you're not Space Marines. But,
well, he isn't here today, but our, oh, shoot, brain. Arch Militant has a bolt weapon.
Yeah, a bolt pistol, though, yeah?
I forget if it's a pistol.
Yeah, it's bolt pistol, because everyone gets bolt pistol. It's one of the fairly common, because you guys are high elite. You have... Bolt pistols are very, very, very small explosives within the bullets, so they explode when they hit, as well as, pre-hitting.
They're also gyrojets, which is cool, but not as effective as...
Yeah. Yeah, so... but yes, you are Voidmaster, which means you know all of the stuff, how the ship ships, which, is very handy when you're on the ship. It will be, but yes, you should be, good going down. You also have the highest fellowship. Actually, Rob asked me to find the character with the highest fellowship, and I went through and I realized I'd already let you have Harmon, and he had the highest fellowship, so you have good, people skills. So that's good.
Are you sure I don't have the highest fellowship? Mine is 21.
21. Yeah. The scores, well, 21 is, actually, when you get 20, I think it's 25 plus 2d10 at character creation, so to get a 21, you have to have some serious...
penalties, yeah.
Yeah. If you're doing stuff like Dark Heresy and you're playing lower level characters, you only get, like, 15 to 20 plus 2d10, because the Rogue Traders just get bonuses, and you get a bunch of other bonuses to kind of even out, so you're equivalent to a rank 6 Dark Heresy character, so that the two things mesh. And I am, the thing is, I don't know if it's gonna mess it if I re-up the camera on, because I'm not using the camera on the screen. I don't know if I should. Well, the worst that could happen is, yeah, no, it doesn't like me. All right, that's okay. So I'm just vamping because we're here, and oh, hey, you're in chat. Hi, welcome. You're the only one in chat. Oh, we have 3 viewers though, so that's pretty cool. If anyone is watching, you can say hi in chat. I am going to try to keep an eye on it. Just setting up a little bit. // Even though it's not, you don't actually type the colon twice when you do, when you type links. You don't actually, the colon is just one. I always say it as ... when I'm spelling out how to spell the links, but it's only really one click. I don't know if that's important. Please come. Alright. If, let's say, 10, 15, gives them a few more minutes, and if not, we can at least get us all live and settled, and, because he's already on the planet anyway, and I can, well, okay, I have a plan for Johan. I'm excited about the plan for Johan, actually. But, what else do we, yeah, I'm excited about the plan for Johan, because it's not that exciting. It's just, Yes. So, that is our plan. If our final player doesn't show up within, the next few minutes, we're going to bring the Majiggy What's It up, and then, words. We're going to...
I like thing with words.
Yes. We're going to bring up the player's video, and then we can have everyone introduce themselves and say hi. And then I can start getting the ship settled. And because you guys... So, half you are on the planet and half not. Well, third on the planet and 2/3 not. But, it would have been 50-50. So, essentially, we have to get the people off the planet to on the planet, and I have the perfect way to do it. Because I am big brain DM right now. Cool beans. Okay, so are we ready? Perfect timing. Like, incredibly. Yes, you're here. Right? You were here a second ago. I hit the thing. I hit yes, right? Did I hit yes? Did I hit no by mistake? Please tell me I didn't hit no by mistake. I hit no by mistake, didn't I?
I mean, it happens.
Did I hit, oh no, I didn't. Ha! Right there. Perfect. Okay. I was just about to say that if you didn't show up by 10:15, we were gonna go live anyway. So, perfect timing. Okay. So, we have our last player here on the Zoom call. And we have, and then I'm going to do the thing, and you can actually see my face because the OBS doesn't like to share the camera with Zoom, so you have to be very finicky about doing the...
Say finick?
No. Not... Okay. Alright.
Somebody say my name?
Not yet. So... And you guys don't even know the ones on the planet don't even know the thing. That's the best part.
Which ones are on the planet?
Yes. They're all... And then you... So, essentially, you were all, got to the, place, and they said, hey, there was a donut shop, or there's a bakery down the street that had really good donuts. And, this is plot relevant, I promise. So,
and that was 2 months ago, right? Because I remember that was like the end of a session 2 months ago.
That's what happened is they all went down to the planet the last session when you weren't here.
No, what I'm saying is the donut shop discussion happened 2 months ago.
Right.
Because
No,
I was there for that one.
That was a different donut shop.
But I missed last month.
Yes.
So.
They all went down to the planet. This is a different donut shop. But...
Oh, okay.
Because they're in a different city. But it is... The reason is because Johansen went out to donuts and never came back. So, hasn't come back yet. He might just be slow. You don't know.
This is the Johan version of going out for cigarettes and milk and not coming back.
Maybe. There is a running, Johan, Sig's character, is a little very into donuts, shall we say. Enjoyer of donuts.
He's a fiend.
Yeah, in the official, well, okay, we have official character, actually, for, but originally doing with donuts, and then I was like, alright, can you hear us? Rob, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, we have audio.
Yeah, dude, Zoom was such a pain in the ass. I don't know what happened.
Oh, dear. Not good. Okay. So I'm going to put us live. I was just about to do that. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Now, let's go. It's this one. Beautiful. All right, now I just last minute because usually I have it set to um, mm, um, yeah, I guess that it's not that one. No, not that one either. Not that one. Not this one either. There's a way to do it without that makes it look better on this screen, but it's okay for now. We'll just nudge it. Oh, it's locked. That's why. No, it's not locked. So I should be able to nudge it down. No? Okay. Oh. No. Alright. That's fine. Okay. Alright, well, OBS is being weird. So you know what? This is good. We have a good presentation out to the world. Yeah, they can see you. We can see you guys. They can see Rob's the do chat, the name, if not the player himself. So that's cool. We're all good. So, welcome everybody. We got a little bit of a slow start, but now you can all see us. So that's cool. Hi, I'm Lee. I'm running the game. These are my lovely players. Let's start with Finnick, and then we can go next over to Reaper with Harmon, and then down for the captain and yeah. So your own name and pronouns if you want, and your character's name, and yeah, good basics. Start with Finnick.
Right. I am Celiax, the praising the role of Finnick, the friendly neighborhood astropath today.
Yes.
And not a whole lot else to say about me, just ready to go.
Okay, cool. Reaper, you're playing Harmon, yes?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm Reaper. I'm playing Harmon.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then in the bottom row we got Rob and Terry. Terry, you want to go first? Because you're the way the order works.
Yes, I can go first. Terry Jakimiak with Roll for Perception, playing Captain Jarian Helmshell. Super excited. Missed last month, but super excited to be back this month.
All right. And last but not least, Rob,
Yeah.
who's
Hey there.
being finicky.
Yep. I'll see if I can get that going. Real life name Rob, and my online moniker I usually use Ducat, but I am playing the character Janthine. Is it a tech priest?
Yep.
Tech priest, yeah. Basically a cyborg. I am very new to the game, so I'm
Yes.
learning as fast as I can. But it's a fascinating game. I
Yeah.
love it so far.
Yeah, we have a lot of players who are fairly new, and we're learning as we go. It's awesome sauce. Okay, sorry. So you guys find yourself. Finnick and Janthine were in a van, being picked up by representatives of an arms dealer who was going to sell Finnick some really good armor so that you don't get shot at so much. It did not go well last time you got shot at. You survived, luckily, but they decided that protection would be a good idea. So you were in this van. You started getting shot at. The Finnick did some warpy stuff, and
Allegedly.
allegedly, there's no proof that it was Finnick who did the warpy stuff, but someone did some warpy stuff or something, because there was all this ice on the road, and also the shooter had a fit of temporary mania and shot the other shooter. So, definitely something weird going on. The ice was a clue that it was definitely warpy, but they heat blasted the van to change the paint color briefly, and then pulled into an alleyway illegally and did a U-turn so that you could kind of slip away from the scene of the crime. And you got back, and then Johan was kind of parched, and they said, hey, there's actually a baker that makes really good donuts around the corner. So he got, Johan essentially headed out, and they gave him a list of, hey, bring coffee for all of us, and also go get donuts, and Johan was very, very enthusiastic about donuts because Johan usually is. However, back up on the ship, there are a number of people on the ship, including the captain. You guys have pulled in Koblick, and you sent down a crew. You sent Janthine with them, because Cutter was in the middle of surgery, and that's still going on, but you get a knock on your door. You're muted also.
I was muted, wasn't I?
Yes.
All right, so I'll go to the door and open up and see who it is.
It's Nanette. Young, she's roughly 14, has been running messages. Alright. For the crew. You know that various crew members didn't just send Nanette to go and basically pass messages among the crew. Captain, hi. We have a bit of a problem, and
All right.
really should
Be
come
quick
to it.
about it. Spit it out.
Well, a message came in from the planet that yeah, a message came in from the planet. And
does the
Odette wouldn't
message
tell
say?
me what. Well, Odette didn't say anything other than look really freaked out and said, "Go get the captain." So I went to get the captain, and she said, "Maybe get Harmon too, or somebody else." Do you want? I could get. She said, "Go get Captain and Harmon, and maybe someone else." Sergeant Verbank's already down there. With them. No, they didn't take Sergeant Verbank. They took. No, they did. And Nolan, the flamethrower one of her guys. They took the two of them down, and they went down, and we got a message, and then it's really bad. Odette's in a state.
All right. Well, I'll head there, get the others that have been requested, and we'll find out what's going on, won't we?
Yes. Okay. So she hurries out. Harmon, you are also hanging out. I would imagine hanging out in your room. There's a whole line of quarters where the top on the ship, where a lot of the inner circle hang out. So you have or are housed. So you have quarters. You could be there unless you're somewhere else. And so you also, if you're there in the room, probably hanging out, I'm guessing. Unless there was something else that you would be up to doing during a stay where you're kind of orbiting this planet. And but yeah. You also get a on your door. Yeah, you the Reaper, the Harmon, are you gonna answer it or?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm still waking up.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll answer the door.
There was a message. Hi. And you kind of see Nanette. She's gets used to run messages up and down the ship, so her coming up with a message for you is not unusual necessarily. Odette's freaking out. There was a message that came in. She said, get the captain, and anyone else that they thought was helpful, so if you need backup. A bunch of them went down to the planet. I don't know if they told you that, but they sent to get Finnick armor after what happened with the shooting. But I don't know what's going on. But Odette said bring it to the bridge. And the captain's already there. So, you know.
Okay. Well, lead the way.
All right. And for reference, Odette is an arch militant. She was one of the characters I created, and she kind of organizes things a lot. She's often on the bridge just running communications between ground teams just because she happens to be good at it. She was a communication specialist before, and she's pretty good at running communication lines, so she ended up with that. And you both end up on the bridge, and Odette is kind of pacing. And as soon as she sees you, she turns, "We got a ransom note. A ransom demand for Johann." So that's a thing.
What does the note say specifically?
Let's see. It was a recorded message, and it said, and kind of hits play. "We have your militant. I believe Johann Johansson. I would imagine, unless the name is a lie. If you don't, he has the patch of your ship, and if you don't send some gold bars or something, we are going to kill him."
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
No. You do notice, actually, what's a good skill? Roll a perception check, both of you, because you come into the bridge just as this is playing, and you realize this is a ransom, a ransom message, a voice message sent up to the ship.
I got a 16. Perception is 39.
There you go. So roll a d100, and what's your perception? Also, if you have awareness as a skill, you can sub that in instead, which might give you an extra plus 10 or 2. But if not, it's just basic perception.
You said roll a d100.
D100.
Okay. I got 90.
Yeah, that's... You're looking to roll under. So, high numbers... Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it sounds something about Johann kidnapping. Kind of can't hear it too well. Captain, you notice something, which is that the whoever's spinning out sounds a little bit scared. Like a little bit like they're not... There's definitely not a lot of confidence. Like there's a lot of false bravado. And this is definitely someone who isn't, knows they're taking a gamble with the rogue trader and is trying to project, like, as a hard ass, but is just not there. So,
so she's gonna think about it for a moment. Do we know the coordinates that the message came from? Would we be able to trace it?
It's a Vox signal. It was recorded and sent up as a pack. Let me see. Let me get one of them tech priests. And give us 20 minutes, and I should be able to trace it. And
while you're doing that, can you send a message back to them?
I suppose they didn't actually give coordinates for message return, which I can send a basic return relay and hope it hits them. What do you want me to send back?
Let them know that we are preparing the reward that they've asked for. But it'll take a bit of time. So if they would give us just a bit of time, we may be able to deliver something.
Okay.
I want to be able to keep them thinking that we are going to be able to give them what they asked for, but at the same time, if we can figure out where they are, it wouldn't hurt to go down and say hello.
No, certainly wouldn't. All right. Okay, I will prep something. And you see, kind of gets out and starts recording. Hello there. We actually can give you some gold bars, but it will take a little while to prepare. We're going to also need a location for the drop-off. that you neglected to mention. We can get a coordinates on your message, but it would be very helpful for a more specific meetup. Please stand by. Something like that?
I think that will work just perfectly.
All right. Down on the ground, it has been about 45 minutes since Johann left, and he's not back yet. And it was allegedly a 10-minute walk. So you're thinking...
He must be eating a lot of donuts.
Maybe, maybe not. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Quite possibly. So you're just gonna keep waiting?
I'm gonna go over the micro bead.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Johan, we're getting started over here. Are you gonna be back soon?
And you hear, as you hear it scrambling. Roll a perception check.
Awareness.
Awareness. Yeah, you can roll awareness because you have the skill. It gives
Ooh, is this hearing?
Yes. Oh, you have the ears. Yes. Finnick has, for those of you unaware, Finnick has dog ears that kind of got us an unfortunate qualification of warp being warpy, but they do help with the hearing.
I am a mutant.
Yeah. But you're a sanctioned psyker, so it's cool.
Yeah. I'm also in the entourage of
Yes.
Road Trader. That gives
True.
a lot of leeway.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a pass for sure. I rolled a 26. So,
yeah.
I don't know how many degrees that is. It'd take me a minute.
All right, fair enough. You definitely hear muffled swearing. Fucking, and you, but it's not Johann. It's definitely not Johann's voice. It's very muffled in the background. And then there's a little zzz sound. And then nothing. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Yes.
Okay. Who else is still with me down here?
You have Janthine. And you went down with, I think everyone, you have Nolan, who is a little bit too much on the flames. A little too into fire, but, good kid. Not
exactly enough.
Yeah, and Anna Verbank, your trusty sergeant, was a sergeant and is now basically the equivalent of sergeant. Helps run the extra muscle when needed.
Okay.
Let's be like this.
In that case, I might just send an astropathic message up to the ship and see if they know anything.
Okay. Are you directing it just in general or trying to focus on any one given...
In order for them to receive, they need to be a psyker, yeah.
You're close enough that you could probably pick out... Given that you're on the planet in orbit, if it was just somewhere completely farther away, yes. On a planet in orbit...
Because, if I was to do it to a regular Joe, I think it's like...
There's a range.
1 kilometer times siren. I don't think that's going to get us to orbit.
Yeah, no. So you are basically... Yeah. So you got Jezebel, though. You have other psychers on board. You got Jezebel and one other.
I would just assume send it to Jezebel.
All right. So send it through, and I believe... Let me check. You can just send it... I'm not... let's see. Let me open up a copy of the... But yeah, you can send astropathic. If you're not in any, being shot at or whatever, you can send without having to roll.
Okay.
So, if there were extenuating circumstances, maybe, but... yeah. So, you send a message, and you get one back that the captain has just received a ransom demand for Johann. Odette sent a message back saying that they were going to give them what they wanted, although the demands were very unclear. I don't know if the captain actually means to or not, but they did get a ransom demand for Johann. So that's a thing.
We'll figure out what we can from down here. Keep us appraised.
Yep. And yeah, so you get that. That was all right. And okay, let me open this up just so I have a copy of the rules in case of questions. But yes, yeah. So you now know this. On the ship, you told them you were you've yet to hear back from them with message, but you do get up on the one of your explorer they send Terena up, one of your explorers, not the one who came from the captain's home planet as well, different one. You have a lot of explorers. But yeah, she comes up and is jacking in to the, pulls out her jack and is going to do the thing. Let me just give her. Oh yeah, okay. She's able to locate exactly where it was sent from very easily. I don't even need to check the stats. That's a 9 on the die. She knows exactly where it's going from, and yeah. So you have knowledge of where it's going. Basically, it was sent from a transmission relay that is on the planet in the back room of a public building. So probably not from where, because it was a recorded file sent, recorded and sent separately. It was sent from essentially a public library. Right. Yeah. So they have a borrowed transmitter, which means someone actually knows what they're doing with the transmission to get it to go to orbit from there, but also doesn't have equipment themselves. Or are trying to, be a step ahead of it and use public access equipment so that, well, it could have been anyone, that's what you get from that. But it does show you what part of the city they're in.
Well, I suppose we should go down and take a visit. And she's going to. You see, there's a thought process going through her head right now. I suppose we should be a bit subtle and not give it away, but all right. Small squad, though. We shouldn't take too many. Kind of keep it quiet.
Also, noted, going down is going to be... There are a few options. Teleport only works back up, so you would have to swap... You could teleport someone maybe by swapping with someone, but you'd have to have their microbead to do the transmission. Then you'd have to know exactly where they were at that given moment.
Right.
Which difficult. Then you could go down that way. You could take a flyer down. Legally, it would be technically illegal to land a flyer in the city. They have country generally doesn't allow for that. Usually would have to go down to a spaceport and properly land it. Now you could land it illegally, or there are definitely ways you can land a flyer in the city they're in, but it is difficult, and you would need a lay of the land, and you would need someplace that, and someone could rat you out. What the consequences would be fairly minor if you overall, because you're a rogue trader, and if you pulled some strings, you could probably get away with it. But that would be a whole thing. The way the other team went down is they took a flyer to, where's this planet? Koblick. They took a flyer down to Helmuth, and I believe it was, and they took their flyer down, and they took a boat across. So you can do it that way as well. That would take several hours to get there. But yeah. So your options are take your boat.
Did the message explain how they would like these bars delivered?
They didn't get that far yet.
All right, so let's do this then. Can we send a message asking them where and how they would like the bars delivered?
I can try sending a message back. And as you're saying that, the front, it beeps, and you've got another message coming in. Another transmitted audio blip that says, yeah, bring no more than 2 people with the gold bars. How much? 1,000 thrones worth of gold bars. And come to the Blue Tide. Yeah, come to the Blue Tide. Act normal, plain case, no frills, no guns. And we'll have him there. Yeah, it works. Blue Tide.
Act normal. All right.
These people are professionals.
They yeah, maybe they are. Don't know what their deal is. They have but yeah. And
we know what their deal is. They sent us a message over
it. That's true.
Do we have a way? So where they want this delivered to, how would we get down there easiest?
You would probably find a landing spot for the flyer outside the city, and then a little bit of research suggests that the Blue Tide is a cafe. It's a coffee shop,
Okay.
so it's in town. So you're working on finding exactly what city the city is called. You're essentially yeah, you're in Malik. Sorry. Yeah, you're in the city. So essentially, you would land somewhere nearby and just walk into the city. It is a fairly civilized society, so they do have stuff like cabs or just walking at a cab. Try to get the flyer in closer and risk. I mean, the city does have air defenses. They're not very good, so you could probably get away with coming down without too much of a risk, but they might try something like shooting at you. If you demand as a rogue trader, that's leveraging a lot of social capital that they're going to want something in return. you can cow them, but that's, or you can go to the port and take the ship across. Where are we? Not that one.
Or you could just level half the city and land the entire ship.
You could try that. That's a lot of loss of life, and there probably would be actual consequences for something like that. They can take away the warrant of trade if, okay. Koblick, here we go. No. Oh, right. That was last time they were there. Starport is, Malika. Yes, the urban sprawl toward the okay, yes. Helmonte, yes. So Helmonte does have a spaceport where you can, safely land the flyer, and so.
Well, I do think that is probably the best choice then. Now, we obviously want to go in prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there'll be a bit of a fight. She sighs. This is not how I planned today.
I mean...
All right. Well, let's get a flyer ready. We're going to go down.
Okay. I believe Harmon, if I recall correctly, has piloting as a skill. So you can...
thank goodness.
Or do you have... one of you has...
I'm a good pilot.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got to pull mine back up. I've got it here.
Yeah.
It's under skills.
Yes.
I am not a pilot, even though I'm the captain.
Yeah, pilot spacecraft flyer. Yeah. The captain acts as the brains of the operation. And the legal loophole, because it's a hereditary position.
Right.
But yes, and you have... Yeah, so yeah, you do have piloting skills, which means you can spacecraft. Pilot flyer. Yeah, so you have if you snag Harmon, you can have a pilot, as opposed to having one of your minions who are good at flying but not good at other stuff.
No, that's exactly what I do. Then is Harmon there in the room
yes,
too?
Yes, he's right there.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
That's why.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I had Nanette go get both of them because.
Yeah. So Harmon, I'm gonna need you to do the flying and get us down there and assist as we retrieve.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Very good.
All right. Are you gonna take 1,000 Throne Gelt worth
of
gold bars?
No, but we are going to take a box. Do we have boxes?
Yeah, I can find us a box, yeah.
A box the size that it would look like it would hold the gold bars that they require.
Yeah, I can do that.
Do we have things we can put in the box that weigh what the bars would weigh?
There's definitely scrap they use for repair and stuff. That's metal, right?
Detritus, yes, I believe that would be perfect.
All right. Do you want me to put a little paint on them?
No, they're not going to open the box.
I don't think they're going to expect it. They're going to inspect it.
Oh, they may inspect it, but by that point, they'll either be at our mercy or dead. One of the two.
Okay.
How about we fill it with munitions, which would be explosive.
Oh.
I like this.
And munitions are also heavy. Bullets are lead.
That could work.
Melt a bomb.
Yeah.
Macro cannon shell. Whatever you got.
I don't know. Let's see. What kind of... You do have ship. You do have some weaponry on the ship. Like ship. Jovian, no, that's the Warp Spain.
Oh, okay. The plan is evolving in my head. Let's put it in electronically sealed box with a code. Okay,
Ooh.
and what we're going to do is we're going to say, "Here's the box full of gold. Give it to them. Get our prisoner back, and then that's when we give you the code."
True. Also, you
Then-
are, to be fair, not there.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said I was. Okay.
No, Janthine is you're down on the planet with.
Oh, I'm down on the planet.
Yes,
I'm
and
waiting.
Finnick-
No, but I love this idea, and I think we're going to go with it. It just popped into my head somehow.
Yes, I was like,
My-
wait a second, that's
my-
not Reaper's voice. Hang on, no, we're not doing that.
Microbead me right now. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Captain, your genius sometimes it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yes, but you do.
It's all the cybernetic upgrades.
Yeah, but you do hear from Finnick that, oh yeah, Johan. Well, you can draw your own conclusions about what happened to Johan by the fact that there was swearing and his bead was smashed. So.
Well, they probably just set up a donut with a box and a stick and holding up the box.
I will
he
say-
reached for the donut and got trapped.
I will say I would have given him a saving throw if Tig were here. I would have offered him a saving throw, but the saving throw failure of absenteeism is how it goes.
By the way, my lockbox has one additional thing. When they open it, it explodes.
I figured as much. You do have a Mars pattern macro cannon, so you probably
God.
have macro cannon shells
There we go.
lying around.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I think we'll do exactly what just came into my head from far away. It's a brilliant idea, and I think it'll work quite well.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so the yeah. Oh, you have to go through customs too. You're gonna have to bully them a little bit. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, that's fine. I can do that.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh yes, you are going to Helmonte, which is tropical, right on the equator.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's why they ship up fruits and veggies usually, but they do have a not unheard of tourist trade. And then you are heading across the bay to. Where's not Alexandria? No, that's in the north. That's where you were last time you got in. Yes, Malacca, which is massive urban sprawl. Country small enough, it doesn't have internal regional divisions, and I believe that's where the city. Yeah. Yes, essentially, you're across, right, because geography-wise, the Denmark. Yes. So the planet had a bunch of factions when it was first put into the Imperium, and they fought a lot about who would be planetary governor. Eventually, they kind of came to a grudging agreement that they would found a monastery or a convent of the Sisters of Battle. Not the Sisters of Battle, Sisters Hospitalières, but the oh yeah, it's right on the mouth of the river, which is the three branches. Yep, this is the one you're going to, Malacca City. Finnick knows. Okay, so yes, you are. It's on the mouth of the river Ferren, which is, it flows to the north, south to north. Weirdly, not unheard of. But then they ship stuff up there, and it's ships across to Helmonte to get off planet and or to the north, because it is the southern part of the planet is a lot of big breadbasket country. The three big breadbasket countries where all the food is coming from, and Helmonte, and then the north is other stuff. There's a lot of manufacturing in Malacca, actually, because of it has poor soil. But anyway, this planet has details on this planet. But yes, so long story short, you're heading to Helmonte and then taking a boat across to Malacca City. There are other spaceports. There's one other space, actually two, but they're both in the northern hemisphere and farther away. But yeah, this is your plan. So you guys, the two of you, do you guys want any NPC soldiers? There are a number, or an extra astropath. You could take an extra astropath. You could take, what's the primary governor? Medtechs, or extra muscle, or not Dr. Kane's if you wanted to have some. Yeah, you could take any number of extra people if you want.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, we could take a couple. I worry a little bit about showing our hand, but it wouldn't hurt to have some in the ship with us.
Okay. Anyone? No, he's on that station on another planet. Anyone in particular? Any specialties in particular that you're looking for?
No, I think, a couple of just general soldiers.
Okay. Here.
And maybe an astropath.
There are exactly 3 on the 2 on the ship now that Finnick's down there, so,
Oh, Finnick.
Yes, Finnick's down there. You have 2. You got Janthine and one other. You have actually a lot of astropaths per capita. Not Finnick.
When you need the extra range for an astropath acquire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kraga. He's the other astropath. But Jezebel is... She's very clever, but she has... the warp fried her brain a little bit, and she has auditory processing issues. She can hear fine. She just can't quite ever understand what you're saying.
Let's not take her.
She's really good. She's the one who got who managed to negotiate with your. She actually did the interrogation perfectly and got the information out of this guy. Anyway.
Was it accidental though?
No, she actually managed this brilliant mind play thing. She used her psychic skills to mess with his head and get the information. I think she charmed him, and then.
Oh well, then let's take her.
Okay.
Watch, this will be the time that it all goes backwards.
Okay. So you get Jezebel. You get let's see, 2 random soldiers. I have Nell and Harlan. Do you want someone who has a melee guy, or do you want
We could use a melee guy, but I think mostly range is going to be better.
I can give you 1 ranged and 1 melee?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Corden. Okay. I don't have separate stats for them yet, but I do have 2. I've been accruing the extra because I do the thing. It's the thing I do. Okay. But yes. So you guys got. Oh wow.
So one guy with a power fist and the other with a multi-melta.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a joke, but okay.
No, oh no, you get, he has a chain, one of them has a chain axe and the other has a hell gun. So.
That's a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah, yeah, we got someone new in chat, so that's pretty cool. Nectar Squigums. Okay. Boom. Okay, so yes, you got yourselves a gun, you've got yourselves you got yourselves 2 soldiers, and we are Harmon. Okay. Pack everyone up. You got Jezebel and the 2. Yeah, you could take a few. Let's see. Think of the flyers. Fits 6, so you could have 1 more if you want, but you don't have to.
I think we're good. I think I feel comfortable.
All right. You can't take your usual because she went down on the other flyer.
I know. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, so back on the ground. We got Janthine and Fennec. You have a bizarre... you sent Johan out for donuts. He didn't come back. His microbead got smashed. What's your plan on that front?
Okay, where are we right now?
You're in a safe house. It's a few blocks up from where your guy is. The idea was that you were going to sit there for a little bit until the city traffic, the police shutting down to check on the dead bodies dies down a little bit.
Okay, he didn't want the bring all the heat directly to his place of business.
Right. So your driver said, "Let's stop for an hour just to kind of calm ourselves down a little bit." And then, yeah. So you're sitting. It's actually pretty nice. And it's like, okay, and everyone. Johan was getting antsy, and he's like, "Well, there's a coffee place around the street. If I could send someone out for coffee." And Johan is like, "They have donuts?" And he's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Yep, okay, I'm going." So then Johan went for donuts, and then he started getting a weirdly long time, and now his microbead's gone. So you aren't sure what the plan is, but yeah, Johan's thing. You heard that he got ransom, and you actually hear from Jezebel, "We're getting in a flyer to come down and do a false ransom drop thing. So we should coordinate, maybe."
Understood. I'll run it by with the others here, see if we can come up with something.
Okay. It's gonna take a while, though. Apparently we have to take a boat thing across.
I took the same trip. I'm aware.
Okay. Oh, Blue Mystic. That's a thing.
That's a thing?
It's a thing in Malacca City that is important. For the drop, I think just find it. We need to find it. I mean, we can find it later, but if you knew where it was, that would be helpful.
All right. Okay, guys. I guess the captain's sending a team down here to help deal with this. We gotta locate exactly where they've got Johan held up. I'm not entirely sure, but we do know the place where they're going to be doing the drop or the trade-off.
And kind of Nolan kind of steps forward. Hang on, Johan. So you said you called him on the microbead, and there was muffled background, and then it got smashed or something,
yes.
Right?
And then I sent a message up toward the ship, and received a reply back that he had been kidnapped. I told you this.
Oh yeah, you did. Right. So, do we want to retrace steps, see if we can't figure out who took them, or did they? If they sent a captain down with info on a drop spot, I guess we could go check that out, but maybe we could just try to figure out who kidnapped him, cut the middleman. But it'll be solved by the time the captain gets here.
Well, we know where it was headed.
I'm finally back. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. You get 2 NPCs, or 3 NPCs in the shuttle with you. One who has a ranged weapon, one who has a melee weapon, and your astropath, who has a perception of 10, I believe, out of 100. So, she's smart. She just doesn't.
A perception of 10?
It's very. I don't know if it's 10.
That is not high.
No. It was a nasty. A roll on the mutation table. Instead of giving her magic awesome ears and a tail, it gave her let's see, Janthine, Det, Ziel, Kurosawa, Harmon. Oh, stats for him. Marp. Okay, yes. Genre, she's good. Johan Johansson, Captain Helmschul, Craig, sorry, and but yeah, Fahrenheit, yeah, Finnick, why is Finnick? Oh yeah, Jezebel. Her okay. Her perception's only 5. Sorry, her perception is 5.
Oh yeah, no, that went from bad to worse. I appreciate that.
That's why she has so much trouble with here. It's because her brain got fried by the warp, and that was one of the negative outcomes of that.
That would be a negative outcome. I'd agree with that statement.
And she also got oxygen starved.
God, yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, that was the whole thing.
You rescued her though, successfully.
More or less.
She didn't die.
Was rescuing her the right idea? That's the question.
No. She's good. Having extra astropaths is almost certainly very helpful.
Just don't ask her to find Waldo.
Yeah. That would probably be a bad move. Okay. So, yeah, you got her. You got 2 of Sergeant Verbank's guys, but not the Sergeant herself, who is down on the planet already, and you have a shuttle, and you are good to go. You have a lockbox. So, it is a explosives rigged to go off when the code is input, and it's got a little lock, and then you tell them the code, and then give it to them and then run away. Is that the plan? Or
we can stick around and watch.
That's
that would be my preference.
That's a macro cannon shell. You are gonna not want to be in the immediate vicinity.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably a smart move.
You know what? On second thought, I believe you're right.
Yes. Yeah, macro cannons pack a punch. Yeah. They're chip-to-chip weaponry. Okay. So, I'm going to need Harmon to make a flying check. It's fairly routine, so it's a plus 20 difficulty. Piece of cake.
Oh, yeah.
So it's whatever your, let's see. You have piloting, it's plus 10 unless we specified it's higher. So it's agility, plus 10, plus 20. So plus 30 and your agility, whatever your agility is.
My agility, you're talking to me, right?
Yes.
Okay, my agility is 31.
Okay, so you have to roll under a 61 on a D100.
Don't crash and kill everyone.
Nope, I rolled an 80.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a rough landing.
You think?
Yeah. Roll another piloting check real quick.
On the side.
I rolled a
Who's
40 on that
next line for succession?
Well, one
Random
of the
question.
brothers is on board. She does have one little brother on board, and her father he's got a network of young children who, not children, but his kids who are prized to take over ships. That's why you got this one. So he could probably find someone. But yes, you do have, you'd have to go through him and or just have the paperwork set up. It's up to you if you have your own, the little brother who ended up on board as your heir legally. You can put whoever you want. If you don't have one, though, luckily, 40, nothing bad, well, nothing too bad happens. You do make it down safely.
Turbulence.
Ish. You do...
Ish.
You hit a unexpected buffer, of the wind. You're not sure on the wind of the planet. So going down, you hit, and you go into a you end up on the landing, the tarmac area, which you're supposed to land in the designated square spot to park. You end up in the middle. You kind of do a tailspin. You bang up a few others and kind of spin, but you manage to negotiate it down back so it stops and spinning, and it's in one of the slots, not the one you're supposed to be in, but one of them. You don't hit. You do hit a few, but it's once you've defrayed most of the momentum, so you're mostly okay. You are going to have a -10 on this trip up, because the flyer got dinged. And I would say everyone roll a... not the Constitution?
Toughness?
Toughness check. Basic toughness check.
And you said everyone, is that including
everyone
me?
in the flyer. Yep.
Okay.
Essentially.
Wait, I'm in the flyer?
No,
you're not. You're
Okay.
on the planet, so you don't have to roll one. But
good.
you're
Good.
I have a 25 toughness. How does that play into my roll?
You're trying to roll under 25.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Well, that's not
Oh
bad.
man.
So I have
I
a
rolled
44, rolled an 84, so that wasn't good.
No.
I'm crying.
You are... it's terrifying. It's definitely not your favorite thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, so just put the stats. Okay.
As long as the bomb doesn't need to roll a toughness test.
No, it's not that finicky.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Gameplay question.
Sure.
A moment ago you said because of the damage taken by the flyer, it's minus. You said -20.
-10 to fly. It's
-10. Okay, but the thing is, we're trying to roll low, so would it be +10?
It's -10 to how low you have to be. So how it goes is
Oh, okay.
you add it to, well, usually it was 31, so it's 31 with a +10 because of the piloting skill, and another +10 check, not another +20.
Okay.
Instead of +20. And that's assuming that atmospheric conditions don't get worse. If there's a storm, you can start piling on penalties. I gave you a +20 because it was fairly clear sailing, unexpected wind that you didn't realize, but if there were, say, a storm, I could impose a -30, and then it would be actually very, very difficult to do.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Think of it like limbo. If you get a minus, you have to lower the bar, and it's harder to go under.
Yeah.
Right.
That's essentially. But yeah, you... anyone who failed the toughness check takes a level of fatigue.
Okay.
Nice.
So, which does put your checks at a minus as well.
Where is that on a character? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Fatigue. Yep, got it.
Okay. Yep. And
Could be inconsequential because you could rest up and get rid
Yeah.
of the fatigue on the ride across the
yeah,
water.
that's true.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's true because it is several hours. So yeah, you could absolutely probably
All
get
right.
rid of it. But you have to get the through customs. That's another thing. With my extension
wow.
checks because you're, and another situational because you just crashed the shuttle onto their.
Whoa. When you say you're speaking of one person specifically. 'Cause I
That's
wasn't
true.
driving.
Well, you weren't even there. You guys are maybe going to investigate where the Blue Mystic is. But
Yeah, that would be bad. I just wiped my forehead. Whew, that was one of my better landings.
Don't tell the captain that.
yeah. The void ships are they don't handle in atmosphere is a little bit tricky, handling wise, but not your strong suit. So, oh yeah, you got press gang, city boy. Okay, from Visaria, which actually means you know how to swim, because of reasons. Okay, Okay, so you're approached by a very, very angry-looking functionary. Hair tied tightly back, pristine business suit with a clipboard, who is coming right over, streamlining right over to you. What was that? He kind of waits. He's standing outside waiting for you to come out of this flyer and talk to her. So
we'll come out, right?
Yeah.
Right? All right, good.
I guess you could hypothetically hide in the flyer forever, but
Oh, no, I don't hide. She comes out. Hello there.
hello.
Sorry about the poor landing. Our pilot, he ate something that did not settle well with him, and at the last moment had to run to the restroom. It did not go well, and I want to apologize for any damage that may have occurred.
All right. Let's see. You're gonna have to roll something for this. Let's see. Skills. I think you have either blather or
I don't.
what do you have for skills?
Command, commerce, common lore, evaluate, inquiry, scholastic lore, and speak language.
All right.
Scholastic lore. Well, okay. So if we get into a school situation where you can teach, that's going to come in handy.
Scholastic lore astronomy, though.
Yeah.
So we are in space.
Yeah, no, you have detailed knowledge of the stars and how stars star, which is useful, in certain settings. Not so much when you're trying to common in your feng shui. Basic fellowship, I would say.
All right. This should go this is like literally 50-50. I'm at 46.
And
so
minus 10 because you're...
I'm now at 36, and I rolled oh, hell yeah, that's a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. This is why having high fellowship is good. Yeah, so she kind of... Are you willing to pay for damages?
Well, she kind of hesitates for a minute. Do you have the total?
I mean,
Amounts.
we'd have to run the insurance adjustments and...
Oh, of course. Why don't you do that, and then let's talk? I think that would be a wonderful way of going about things. Again, it very sad. So no one was hurt, were they?
No, it was everyone... All the flyers were thankfully empty at the time. I will say,
Good.
pulled off... Last minute managed to make it somewhat reasonable.